Hey buddies, welcome to Video Games Awesome Live. This is Blizzcon 2017 opening ceremonies. We won't be watching anything but the opening ceremonies because we all know that Blizzcon does their virtual ticket stuff where you can go watch all of their press conferences by buying a virtual ticket. No doubt they'll be advertising it throughout the opening ceremonies. They must make so much money.
How much is it, a virtual ticket?
It's like, I think it's like 24. You get a whole bunch of money, you get a whole bunch of loot with it too. You get like, it sounds like we're advertising it. You get like like special skins in game, and you get like a special loot box, I think, and like, so people feel like they should
just... It's a Winston BlizzCon skin?
Yeah, you get like special stuff, so a lot of people just buy it because they want all the exclusive crap.
Right.
But it's good that they do the opening ceremonies for everybody to watch, and that they, last year at least, they did all the major announcements during the opening ceremony, so you didn't have to subscribe to get the major stuff that really mattered.
That's good.
Which is very good, because I don't want to... Not only do I not want to buy a virtual ticket and watch all day for announcements, I also wouldn't be able to co-stream it, as they say, because it wouldn't be a public stream, so...
That's true.
Predictions? I haven't, like, in our we just got, if you're watching now, we just got back from Japan 2 days ago, a day and a half ago. And I haven't been following any news, any game news while we were in Japan. We just immersed ourselves in the country instead of, and they don't have video games over there, so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's the land of no video games.
But,
as far as we know.
But yeah, I haven't been watching any kind of rumors or anything like that. I think BlizzCon is Blizzard's big fucking thing. I think anything less than a new character would be very surprising for Overwatch.
Yeah.
I think that...
There's rumors that there is not going to be a new hero.
I think that the reason there are rumors there won't be a new hero is because that there are no rumors that there's a new hero. In the past, every character had some sort of tease leading up to it, or had some sort of leaks. So it's possible that the only reason people are rumoring there is no character is because there has been no leaks.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility that maybe they just were really good at keeping this closed down this time.
The Overwatch World Cup, yo!
Yeah, I don't know if I care. I mean, I guess
we watched a little bit of it on our own.
Competitive Overwatch can be quite fun to watch in the right games, I think. Like, yeah, I've heard about the Canada skins, guys. I think they release skins for every team involved. Like, every team... Does that mean that everybody can go get these skins? Are they in loot boxes now? Can I go buy the Canadian skins? I hope the Canadian team isn't wearing the Canada skins, because I saw a thumbnail. It's for eSports only? Yeah. So, wait a minute. So, the Canadian team has to wear those skins because they're white. It's like the Canadian team's at a disadvantage because they're wearing these like blatant white bright skins. Anytime I've played Overwatch and I'm against like a white Genji or like a pure white Reinhardt or any character, like Reaper of all characters, they just stand out to me so much. It's like it's so easy to aim at a white character.
There's a home skin and an away skin.
Really? That's interesting.
Home is full color and white for away.
Huh. It's interesting. So Canada has red and white? That's horrible.
Oh my god, that is terrible.
Canada's at such a disadvantage.
It's for easier spectating?
I guess, but...
Oh my god. We're massive targets. Yeah, poor Canada.
That's the worst two colors to be.
Yeah. Canada has dark gray.
And red for home.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, that's better.
Alright, so we're gonna... This is live, guys. We're ready to go.
Japan is the same color as Canada.
28, 27, 26. I'm excited. I really hope there's a new character.
Me too.
It would go against their template. Like, Blizzard's all about teasing. And haven't teased any new character. But they haven't teased any new map either.
No, they haven't.
So...
Maybe they're keeping it all under wraps. 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, You guys are right. I'd like to see a new healer for sure. A new short.
I discovered Blizzard games when I was 13.
I was young as hell. Warcraft won for me.
Oh, you're old.
Yes, I'm old.
Oh God.
Since childhood. My parents promoted a culture of video game love, and I am a product of that culture.
Kind of been something we've been doing since we were little kids.
You know, just
What? You are little kids.
The person who drew me to it was my dad. He'd scoop me up and put me in his lap, and he'd have me read his combat logs.
WoW is certainly my
That's
jam.
cute.
I'm currently Alliance.
Alliance Forward.
For the Horde!
Diablo 3.
StarCraft was kind of the thing we could get into,
It's
and
our Super Bowl.
I'm a Grandmaster player in Heroes of the Storm.
So I started playing Hearthstone, and then it was like I was pulling over my car to play a match of Hearthstone.
He's the first one who played Overwatch.
That's true. Everybody has a story around the game.
My whole high school experience had been completely different. I made friends for life playing StarCraft too.
We met in World of Warcraft.
Playing Heroes of the Storm professionally has really been a life-changing experience for me.
I first started playing Blizzard games in the Navy. You know, it was a good way of just kind of unwinding.
Games define me, like almost entirely.
Tauren, Bear Druid for life.
My only tattoo
Wow.
is on my right arm right here.
it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like.
A Blizzard gamer could look like anything, anyone.
I don't date
Dude, you look like Will Wheaton. That was kind of
It's like
uncanny.
an open, inclusive, positive,
It was like
wonderful community.
it was like a mix of the Fonz and Will Wheaton.
the world.
I'm from a
Those are
super
sweet
small town in
tattoos.
Germany called Lübbenau.
My sister and I, since she moved to Italy, we started the tradition of playing Heroes of the Storm in Christmas skins. If I'm playing with my mom, it's kind of like taking a stroll down the beach together.
Fonz Wheaton.
Your friends are global.
Germany, France, Spain. Hi, Mom, I did. It's obviously a community or even a family.
They're there to like connect with you. You know,
My
emotional
parents
support
do
if you
not
need
even
it.
really watch
who's
TV.
7, he's a massive Warcraft fan. He came to Blizzcon last year. He's fully dressed as King Lane.
That kid. That was a lot of attitude, man.
That whole day. We lived in different states, and at night we would get together and kind of crawl through dungeons. Playing Diablo every day, playing Overwatch every day really brought us closer as sisters.
My father taught me how to play video games. That was our time, and when I was a teenager, I lost him suddenly. To keep his memory alive, I kept playing video games. It was the only way I could keep him close.
These are games that I shared
That's
with
really
my
cute.
wife, and now that I share with my kids.
It feels like a family within a family.
That's been such an amazing thing to see how many people have learned from games, how many people have connected from games.
And when you look at BlizzCon, it even transcends the games themselves.
Because it's become the place that I see all of my friends and I share all those experiences.
Last BlizzCon, so last year, he proposed to me by the orc statue.
The Horde symbol on the side.
And I said yes.
The couple that plays together is the couple that stays together.
This year will be my
Oh
first
my
time attending
God.
BlizzCon.
You will bleed Blizzard blue for the rest of your life.
When you see someone who is another Overwatch cosplayer or something like that,
Nice.
it's like, oh,
Cool.
It gives me the opportunity to be a little wilder than I normally would be.
It brings together a wide range of people that you normally wouldn't see together.
Like a big ass family.
Blizzard is friends.
Friendship.
friendship, community.
Generations
Blizzard brings people together.
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 Family.
It's such a family thing for us.
There's always people that are as excited and passionate about it as you are.
The connections that you make in the Blizzard community are lifelong connections.
And they always will be there.
Games and people together.
It's awesome to feel like you're really part of a huge community.
You really do feel like you belong.
Cute.
Yeah, people who don't play don't get it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President and CEO of Blizzard Entertainment.
So last year's opening ceremonies kind of revolved around Blizzard as a company, like their story. This one they opened it up with the gamers story.
Are you tearing up?
That guy and his dad, man, that was too much. I fought it back.
Is the
You're
Alliance
so
here?
cute.
How about the Horde?
Boo.
Terran, Protoss, and Zerg.
What's he?
Huh?
The different
Adventures in
factions.
Hearthstone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Heroes of Sanctuary.
Oh, is that what we call them in
Heroes of the
Overwatch?
Storm. How about my Heroes of Overwatch?
Yay!
All of you, welcome to BlizzCon
kinda
2017. It feels so good to be back at BlizzCon. Okay, I'm going to keep with tradition and ask, how many of you here are attending BlizzCon for the very first time?
And how many of you have been to BlizzCon before? How many of you
This is
have
pretty
been to
wild
at
when you
least
think about the
5
fact
BlizzCons?
these are conventions revolving around a company.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I'm grateful to be back.
The only company outside of video games that's ever done something similar, I would say, is Apple's press
gonna say
conferences.
Apple, yeah.
This is our 11th BlizzCon. That's right. This one goes to 11.
Oh god.
This is our biggest show yet. We have more panels, games,
I think it's a matter of time before
PlayStation
you...
experience.
tournaments.
What about it?
Most attendees of
Also
any
does this.
BlizzCon
Oh, no,
ever.
no, I'm saying outside of gaming.
30,000 of
I
you.
understand.
outside of gaming.
QuakeCon's been doing it longer than anybody, but what I'm saying is, what's incredible is that this is a thing. That there are conventions surrounding companies, and that there's like brand love.
Oh, Disney does it?
You know? Oh yeah, Disney does it. How long have they been doing it?
If Kraft did this,
Is that new? Is that brand new? D23?
they've been doing it for a few
Few
years.
Some of our new game content there.
I wonder if
We
you'll.
also
I think it's a matter of time before you see the
Hearthstone
other
eSports,
movie companies
the
attempt to do it.
Hearthstone Tavern, and much more over there. Just head towards Hall A.
Devolver did it.
and
Check a
you'll
look.
see the signs. You really have to check it out. So we have changed.
Did you say
up the
just?
opening
Did you just say
ceremony.
check it out?
Many of you are here with me in
What the hell's
Hall
wrong
D,
with him? Check a
but
look.
Thousands of you are watching from across
He's
the
not
Or at the very least, check a
in the
look it
arena,
out.
And as I mentioned, in the new building. In addition to this stage, we will have developers.
When we were in
join
Japan,
and
I actually
showcase
said
their
to Becky,
announcements from a
she was
few
like, I could go
different
check out the
stages
menu or whatever, and I was like, yeah, go
convention
peek a check. And I didn't even do it on purpose. I said peek a
Let's hope it
check
works.
at that bar menu.
We have come
It
from
was
far
funny.
and wide. All 50 states and more than 50 different countries are represented here at BlizzCon. And people from more than 170 countries are tuning in through the virtual ticket. But no matter who
Pikachu
we
is my
are
favorite
or where
Pokemon.
we're from, we are all here for the same reasons. We have a shared love of games and their stories and characters.
Rectal tasted
And
okay.
most of all,
We've
we're
all
here because
eaten
of the relationships we
anus
built and
before.
fostered through gaming.
Present.
I am very honored to have been part of this
As long as
community.
you have a
and to
breath
have
mint
watched it
after.
grow.
Yeah, man.
This year, the Blizzard community is bigger than ever, with over 40 million players logging in each month across all of our games.
It's all anus.
All right.
Someone
A
laughed
ton has
really hard
happened
when
in
I
the
said
past
that.
year.
At
all
the
anus.
Izakaya.
In World of Warcraft, we went all the way to Argus on our quest to save Azeroth.
By the way, I have to apologize to anybody watching who's interested in anything but
Yeah,
Overwatch,
sorry.
because that's about the only thing I'm here for is Overwatch. Hearthstone, I could imagine being a little interested in.
Throne.
I've kind of grown away from Hearthstone a bit.
We raised the dead again with the Necromancer in Diablo 3.
He's a smiley guy.
And we went into battle.
I liked
with
him last
awesome
year.
new heroes and maps in Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, and StarCraft 2.
I'm here only because I missed
We
you
also
guys.
renewed our passion for a classic Blizzard game
What?
with StarCraft Remastered. And this past week, for the first time ever, we welcomed a non-Blizzard game onto the Battle.net platform with Destiny 2.
Diablers.
Do we have any Guardians out there?
Oh, something too.
Now let's talk about eSports. Last BlizzCon, we unveiled plans
What?
for our
You're
most
so
ambitious
slow.
project yet in competitive gaming, the Overwatch League.
I'm good.
Since then,
Oh, actually, I'll
we've
take it 'cause
partnered
it's-
up with a dynamic array of leaders from both esports.
Have you guys liked
and
the
traditional
Overwatch
sports.
League? Is it
And
fun
our
to
first
you?
season will include 12 teams based in
And
cities
do you
around
like
the
it
world.
more or less than
We'll be
other
broadcasting
esports
the first
leagues?
season out of the new
Because if I were
state-of-the-art
to watch
studio,
any Overwatch
Blizzard
League
Arena, Los
esports,
Angeles.
it would be the official
The new
Overwatch
Blizzard
one
Arena
instead
will
of
be a place that we can come together to witness
like
exciting moments and
MLGs or
memories in
whatever the other
Overwatch and
ones.
other Blizzard esports all year round.
It feels different from all other
awesome.
esports leagues out there.
How
This has been an
different?
amazing year.
Better or
with a ton
worse
of
or
esports action.
more
watched a
approachable
bit.
or
Let's
less
take a look
approachable?
at
Like I
some
imagine of
of the
all of them,
highlights.
it would be the most approachable. And the least likely to use like annoying lexicon and shitty like
Right.
attitude.
It's a lot more
esports attitude.
approachable
That's
because the teams are
good.
based on cities.
That's good. Yeah, that's one of the things is anytime I tried to watch a little bit of esports, they're just using everybody's names instead of the characters. And it's like,
yeah.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Like, you
Right.
keep on saying these names like I should know them, like you're saying, like, my favorite sports player, and I don't know them
Yeah.
because this is my first time. So stop saying that. Say the character name, please.
Yeah.
And China looks like they will just have a cakewalk here on Iran. Hometown heroes of Australia. We're in overtime, 99-99. There it is. What a performance.
Poland, the home team taking on South
And they're showing that they're willing to make significant presentation changes to make it more watchable. That's another thing I've found with all the esports I've watched, is it's not very watchable. I think that nobody's innovating in any like meaningful way to make it more enjoyable to watch. It's a virtual digital medium, like they could do so many things. Oh wow. That's amazing. This is actually getting me a little bit wanting to watch it.
It is time for the grand final.
Victory goes in, and this could be game to Dignity.
One final map here for the World Championship.
Champion pops off. Fnatic has done it.
The time has come. MVP Black versus L5.
L5, they will see your Eastern.
They're gonna get so many sexes.
Literally, they will in South Korea.
Yeah, man. They're friggin' superheroes.
They're gods in Korea.
We've been there.
Synergy is the best team in North America.
Nintendo World Champions feels slow-paced.
Well, is Nintendo World Champions actually legit esports? Isn't the qualifications just by voting? Like,
Oh
wasn't
god, don't even get us started on Chinese Taipei.
yeah. But wasn't the World Championships like based on fan voting who gets to compete or something? Like that doesn't seem like a legitimate esport to me. It's more of a fun show than an actual tournament. Yeah, it doesn't feel like real.
John Numbers was doing amazing again this year. Nice.
That's an interesting little sizzle reel.
Ooh, that shirt was so good.
The Hearthstone
The Lion King
Invitational
shirt?
has 12 of your favorite pros and streamers
I didn't
competing
see
as
it.
teams in a set of challenges. The Overwatch World Cup.
It was half YouTubers, half people who went to Best Buy locations.
Battling for the gold medal.
YouTubers.
If you're looking for World
They're
Championship
the worst.
events,
They're the fucking worst, man.
the World of Warcraft Arena World Championship, the Heroes Global Championship Finals, and the StarCraft 2 WCS Global Finals will all crown world champions who have earned their place after a year's worth of competition. We're also hosting a thrilling exhibition match for StarCraft Remastered featuring two legendary players, Bisu and Jaedong. And this year,
Show me new character.
for World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and StarCraft 2.
I heard Mercy got nerfed again.
Speaking of StarCraft 2 esports,
They're making it so that her reses make her, when she reses a person, it has a cast time. I don't know how many seconds. But she's also reduced speed by 75% while she's casting, so she's like super shootable.
we're very proud to be part of it.
Snap.
1.7 seconds is an eternity if you can only move 75% of the speed,
Yeah.
25% of your speed. She's slowed by 75%.
Her alt removes the cast time though, but
co-op
doesn't reset the
commander in the
cooldown.
game is actually two characters in one, Mira Han and Matt Horner. We're showcasing them here at BlizzCon along with
The reason is they don't want.
called Part and Parcel. That's
She can be interrupted and still goes into cooldown. So, like, if it's interrupted, she doesn't get it back.
And there's another thing I want to mention about StarCraft.
And how do you
2.
interrupt it? By doing enough
Make
damage?
it one of the best-selling, highest-rated.
So it's like
PC
Sombra's
games
hack
in
getting
history.
interrupted? Like, that's
And your
horrible.
support is why we
Oh, that
continue
sounds
to create
horrible.
content for it. We are always looking
The
for
more-
ways
the nerf is more of a
help
test
you
to
get
see if
new
it'll work.
friends into the
Okay.
game and
Like
bring
hook
old
or
friends
stun.
back
Oh,
as
okay,
well.
so not like damage.
So I'm very
Okay, that's
excited
better
to
then.
announce that we're making StarCraft
Sometimes when
2
you talk
free to
about
play.
that stuff, I just like,
But you know it.
I know I do, but it's too much. It's too much.
Whoa!
Nitty gritty.
StarCraft's free to play.
14th,
Oh.
everyone will get the full Wings of Liberty campaign. And if you already own
Is that a big deal though? I mean, like, how much is StarCraft worth right now? StarCraft 2.
everyone will get
Isn't that like a
access to the full
5-year-old game
StarCraft
now?
2 ranked ladder.
Like $20.
And we're
Like
also running
$20.
co-op
So
mode
I guess that's good
with
though. I
free
mean,
access to every co-op commander in the
that's
game.
$20 that you don't have to spend if you weren't in already. But I think everybody who wanted to play it was already in.
Oh, that's amazing. I've never played it, but I always wanted to try.
Isn't this going to make a lot of StarCraft people angry? Every time a game like this goes free to play, everybody's like, oh great, there's going to be all the free players in there and they suck.
It's also about the relationships we create and strengthen when we come together. I continue to be amazed at the incredible stories people share of friendships and strong connections that have grown through our love for gaming. There are no strangers at Blizzcon, only friends you haven't met yet. This is the most incredible family reunion in the world. Our community has grown tremendously over the last few years, and we're welcoming in a lot of new people into our family. I encourage you to welcome them online and especially here at the show. Let's show them what a special community this is. A community of shared values and shared passions.
I feel the real family
There's a
feel
lot
whenever
of
I turn
craziness
voice
out in the
chat
world.
on and Overwatch.
But we don't
Well,
have to let that be part of our world.
in Blizzard's defense, they're trying to fight that pretty hard. Get rid of toxicity. I think of any company, they're trying to fight it the most.
Yeah, it's true.
And that
Unlike Nintendo, I mean, Nintendo's answer is just shut everybody down. Don't let anybody communicate properly. Whereas Blizzard's trying to like come up with real consequences for being a shit.
Meta.
He seems
They
pretty
are doing
heartfelt when he
commendable
says these
stuff.
things.
Yeah, he does.
You can tell he's a real gamer, like an actual
Really
nerd.
great event planned for you. Blizzard employees are looking forward to connecting with you throughout the show. Look for us in the blue shirts. We have the awesome community contest tonight, hosted by Chris Hardwick. And tomorrow, Muse will be here.
Muse!
Shoot!
We have a lot more news to share.
That's fucking awesome.
So where does that put?
From the Heroes of the Storm
Yeah,
team.
they're
Oh wait,
babies. Oh, is that
Dragons
different?
is with League of Legends. Never
Okay.
mind.
Damn, I'd rather have Muse.
Imagine Dragons is. So now Muse belongs to Blizzard, and Imagine Dragons belongs to Epic, or whatever, whoever makes
I missed you.
League of Legends.
Thanks, Mom. So much has happened.
Classic.
So much has happened in the Nexus since I was on this stage.
Still
with
works.
you.
It's a new generation of babies who haven't heard the joke yet.
Continue to expand and evolve Heroes of the Storm together. With Heroes 2.0 in April, we uncapped level progression and opened up all of the game's
Good joke,
content and
Muse.
rewards every
Oh,
time you level
Muse. You guys think this?
Now, Heroes 2.0,
Ladies and gentlemen,
moment for our game
Muse.
yet. It was even bigger than our original launch. So I want to thank everyone who came
He
in
is
to check
not
out all of
Muse.
that great content with us. Thank you. But of course, new content is the lifeblood of our game.
How's Heroes of the
And since
Storm
launching in
doing? Isn't it
2015, we've doubled the number of battlegrounds and more than doubled the number
based
of heroes,
on
with 15
like kind of
new
like
heroes
just
added since
my
last BlizzCon alone.
gathering of
Yeah. So those of you
the
who are
feel
with
of the
us know
internet?
we're
It's
kind of
probably their
busy here
least
with some
popular
incredible
property.
additions
Am I
to
right
our
in
heroes
that?
roster. But we're not done
It's not.
yet.
It's real not good.
Now, the
I
coolest
played it
thing I
once.
get to do
It's
up here is
debut
a new
cool,
cinematic.
decent,
So-
more approachable than League of Legends.
That's usually what Blizzard goes for, is try to make things more approachable than its
Let's see
competitors.
which new heroes have arrived to explore the secrets of the Nexus.
It's okay. I like it a lot.
Couldn't
Didn't really
really
get into it. It's fun.
Could you guys imagine a Nintendo real-time strategy game like these? All right, so the exciting thing about this is we might see an Overwatch character do something fun, even though it won't be canon.
That's
There you go,
all fun.
Hanzo. Has Hanzo been in the game yet?
I think so.
I am Hanzo. Hanjo. Please switch Hanjo. Hanjo. Ooh.
Nobody can touch that. Oh, this is new? Oh.
But you'll need to do better than that.
You have no idea what I am capable of.
Good. Because you must be ready for anything.
It's not that hard to figure out, Hanjo. Oh, okay, wait. It's more than just... Oh, whoa. Dude, just Kagagalaga Jubajitsu to him.
Your Japanese is coming along well, babe.
You're facing a dragon. Pull out your double dragons.
Menage a trois.
Yeah. Like, are you seriously just building ult right now, Hanzo? When is the right time? Yabba dabba dojitsu! Oh, he had to get a special arrow out. Yeah! See? I knew it would work. Hanjo didn't really account for collateral damage.
Yield!
You show promise, Hanzo. Well done.
It's really weird to hear someone call him
But
Hanzo.
greater challenges still await us.
I believe we are ready.
It's time to find out.
Well done, Hanzo. Hanjo. Jesus.
It's amazing getting to experience something like that with you for the first time. And I love getting to see Alex Straza and Hanzo together in Dragonshire.
Oh, Alex
testing
Straza
you definitely
is
get the feeling that
in... I know her
something is stirring in the
somehow.
Nexus
Is she
as
in
well.
Hearthstone?
So Alex
Is she from
Straza,
Warcraft
the Lifebinder,
and
is a
in
versatile
Hearthstone?
range support
Alex
who
Straza.
manipulates her life
She a
energy
card?
to heal her allies.
Yes.
And when her
she is in
life or
Hearthstone.
those of her teammates
And she's
is
from
threatened,
Warcraft.
she can transform into a mighty dragon.
She's one of the dragons.
Queen.
Alex Straza the dragon.
Legendary card. She gives you 15 health when you play her.
For all of you Hanzo mains out there, see you. Rejoice, because the Shimada clan's most dangerous archer is a nimble range assassin who can deal damage from afar and serve as a nimble scout for his team. So in addition to bringing these two iconic dragons to the Nexus, we also have some other exciting news to share with you at BlizzCon.
What?
You see, while Heroes 2.0 was our time to reimagine progression and rewards in our out-of-game experience,
Someday
we're also
we should
turning
get
our
our
eye
Turbo
towards
Bunny shirts
improving
to
our
kiss.
core in-game experience as well. Now, I brought along
Pay
a video
attention.
that will not only show you our double dragons in-game, but also gives you a taste of some of the big changes to come.
I am Hanzo Shimada.
It's funny. It's funny that such a dignified character has been known for being the most derpy of all characters.
Yeah.
Like, he just wants to be cool. The tits. Is this...
Titty?
Dragon tits.
Whoa!
Alts.
Did you see those tits? Those ones too?
So the idea here is that they're a single character?
Or are they just besties? I don't know.
It's like I think it's like
It's
a
so
one
cool to see
pick.
Alex
Like
Straza
you
and
switch.
Hanzo in action, and I can't wait for
She's a
all
dragon
of you to
who
get to
can
play
take
them.
It's
and
two different
experience the
characters? Okay.
2018
Just
gameplay
besties for
update.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just two characters
And I'm
introduced at the
also
same
really
time.
excited about
Made me
bringing
feel like they were hot
performance-based matchmaking
swappable
to
or
the game.
something.
Because it rethinks our traditional win-loss based system and lets your personal performance in matches directly influence your matchmaking rating, whether you win or lose. Yeah. So we know how important that is to our community, and we've heard your feedback, so please keep it coming. Now, no doubt you have some questions about our new heroes and the 2018 gameplay update. So for all the details on that and more, please check out the Heroes of the Storm What's Next panel today.
When,
and our
2018?
deep dive panel tomorrow. And of course, for all of you here at
Doesn't
BlizzCon,
matter.
our new heroes and the gameplay changes are playable out on the show floor. So please go try them out and let us know what you think. And for all of us, what better way to wrap this year than to see the best players in the world at the Heroes Grand Championship or Global Championship World Finals tomorrow night. I know I can't wait to see these teams battle it out this weekend.
They'll save Overwatch for last, I bet.
Okay, BlizzCon, we have some incredible things coming for you all in the next year. And while we'll be bringing you epic content and unforgettable heroes, we also have plans to dive deeper into events that are unfolding in the Nexus. We can't wait to share that and so much more with you. But in the meantime, thank you for inspiring us to make
He's
Heroes of
wearing
the
a
Storm
watch.
bigger and better than ever. And we'll see you in the Nexus.
What people that age wears watches?
I mean, if you're
Now,
gonna wear a
it's
watch,
my pleasure to hand it off to
wearing a
Hearthstone's
watch.
game director.
why would you wear a
Ben
traditional
Brode
watch if
over
you're
on
gonna
the
give her?
Hearthstone stage.
Yeah, you want ones with like sprays in it
Yeah.
and laser
Oh, they
pointers.
switched stages.
Well met. Wow.
Well met. Well met. That's a badass stage.
This is awesome. I've never done the opening ceremony before. This is crazy. All right. Listen.
He's wearing a watch too.
If you love Hearthstone like I do, this is going to be the best BlizzCon yet.
He does have a pretty amazing voice.
We outgrew the convention center. They had to build us a brand new hall. I'm standing here on the legendary Hearthstone eSports stage.
Yeah, he has an
where
Apple
the
Watch. At least that makes sense.
Invitational
At least it's a
will
watch
take
that
place
does things.
Later this weekend. You get it. The Hearthstone Tavern is back and bigger than ever. Come stop by for a drink or to challenge one of the Hearthstone developers. I think it's one of the coolest things at BlizzCon. Listen, this has been an awesome year for Hearthstone. We journeyed into Ungoro Crater. We joined the
So does my
Lich King
coffee
and
maker.
became
Why would I wear a
Knights
coffee
of the
maker?
Frozen
That would be
Throne.
great. Coffee maker on my wrist.
And today, you're going to see the final set in the Year of the Mammoth.
Oh, yeah, they
It
call
comes
this
out
year,
next
like,
month,
each year has a different...
And it takes us back to the roots of classic fantasy,
He's a good speaker.
full of monsters, treasures, and
You know what they
traps.
need to do with Hearthstone Arena?
It brings back memories.
When a new set comes out,
sitting
that's
around
the
a
only
table,
set.
Gaming with your buddies.
You just play that
dark
set in Arena. That would excite me.
Get ready
Yeah.
for Hearthstone's
It's kind of like how they
next
did Magic,
expansion.
right?
A little bit, yeah. Like you would, if you played,
If you went.
if you played limited,
Yeah.
if a new set came out and you went to play limited at a
Legends
place,
tell
you would
of a
play just that
vast
set.
underground world,
And it's
and the
that
countless
to me would be a lot more
treasures
fun.
that lie in store.
Sure, maybe
And
basics.
basic cards, yeah.
Sure.
Adventurers. You signed up the best. You're on a great quest to find the mighty mother lode. There's treasure galore, but perils in store and construction that isn't up to code. Trespass with care, there's sure to be something rare. You can grab all the loot that you can handle. Such riches you'll own, but leave one thing alone.
You now take
Kobolds!
And if you steal the light, you then must take flight, eluding each hazard and each strife. It's a chaotic race as the monsters give chase.
It's crazy how good just cutout animation can look.
They're gaining on you, your options are few, and you fear that you're never gonna get home. You sought after wealth, where you lose all your health. To kobolds and catacombs.
Kobolds are the worst. They're worse than goblins.
That was fun.
Yeah. So there's gonna be some new mechanics, no doubt. Let's see.
Set. It's awesome.
Yeah, but you're biased,
Kobold
dude.
tunnels full of treasure.
True that.
This is our love letter to that classic fantasy dungeon crawling vibe. So what kind of cards can you expect from Kobolds and Catacombs? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you discover the set for yourselves. Steel yourselves, adventurers. We're going in. Okay. You're in the entrance to a dungeon on a quest.
He's DMing.
To find legendary treasure. To your left is a tunnel. Stinky goo lines the floors and walls. To your right is a massive door with a huge lock. But the lock is broken. Where do you want to go?
I want the boys' hall.
Cheer if you want to go into the tunnel. Now cheer if you want to go in the door. Okay, I think I heard tunnel louder, I think. Okay. All right, so we're going to go left. We're going to go left. All right, okay. All right, we're going to go left. To the Stinky Goo tunnel. All right, great, okay, let's go. All right. So you slide through the tunnel and enter a room with a huge ooze creature lying dead on the floor. Prying a chest from its remains is the legendary adventurer, Marin the Fox. So Marin will spawn a chest, and if you can break the chest open, you'll earn one of the craziest cards we've ever made in Hearthstone. Cards like Toland's Goblet. Draw a card, fill your hand with copies of it. It's pretty crazy.
So, but you have to dedicate a couple turns to busting up an 8 health character.
He's coming out way before the rest of the sets. Everyone who logs in starting Monday will get Marin the Fox for free.
There's going to be decks dedicated to filling your opponent's side with useless treasure cards so they can't play any more creatures. And there will be decks that are dedicated to taking advantage of the cards you're given.
Yeah.
When you're given treasure, you can maybe make them into something. Priest will be able to take advantage of that.
Huh.
You see 2 doors in front of you. To your left is a door with a sign on it that says, Kobold Treasure Hoard, adventurers keep out. To your right is a door with the words certain death scrawled on it. Where do you want to go? Why?
Certain death?
Okay, all right.
Certain
death. We're gonna go right. Okay, we're gonna go right. You guys are bold. All right. Let's go. Let's check it out. Okay, so your party enters the room, and as you do, the walls start closing in, crushing half of your party. What did you expect?
Yeah.
So, okay,
it would have been amazing if he says you die.
To here, you're all dead. All right. On the bright side, you found another new card, Crushing Walls. Destroy your opponent's left and rightmost minions. This is a hunter card. Okay, well, You guys are going to have to recruit some
Not
new
that
party
good a
members to
card.
finish the dungeon.
For
Fortunately, the new keyword in Kobolds and
Expensive.
Catacombs is recruit. All right, so recruit means that you'll pull a minion directly out of your deck and put it directly into the battlefield. So imagine pulling Ysera for only 6 mana. Should
Randomly?
be a pretty good healer for your party.
Or do you get to choose?
All right.
I didn't read it. I was
It said
thinking too much
recruit.
about the other card.
You're
Sorry.
close to finding the legendary treasure.
Random,
This
you
next
think?
decision is very important.
I
To your
choose
left
death.
is a hallway, and claw marks mar the entrance. To your right is another hall that is literally on fire. Okay, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Okay, if you want to go left, cheer. How about right? Okay, we're gonna go right. We're gonna go right.
These people are morons.
So you run through the hallway, burning away most of your clothes, and you enter a room filled with kobold candles surrounding a pedestal with a glowing disc atop it. It's the legendary treasure you were searching for, the priest card, Dragon Soul. Yes, this is Hearthstone's first legendary weapon. Every time you cast 3 spells, you'll summon a huge dragon. We've made legendary weapons
Huge.
for all 9 classes, even ones that have
Dragon.
never had weapons before.
It's a basic weapon.
I'm super excited about
but it
these
has
9 cards. They're
0
crazy.
attack power, so...
BlizzCon, congratulations on completing the dungeon and escaping
But it
with
can't
the
do any
legendary
damage.
treasure. Good
You
job.
can't attack with it.
Well done.
That was a really cool presentation.
Unfortunately, you missed some of the
Different.
cards in the dungeon, so you'll have to come to the panel later today to see the things you didn't get to explore. Check out some of the other cards and the other mechanics in Kobolds and
The
Catacombs.
cards didn't excite me because they look like highly cards that you build around a deck around as opposed to anything that would
I ran
ever
you
work in
through a
Arena.
dungeon.
Right.
And it
Sadly.
wasn't just to kill this half of the room. We also have a new single-player experience, and it's nothing like what we've done in the past. This time, we're introducing a totally new single-player mode, and it's called the Dungeon Run.
A mode, which like kind of insinuates that this will be
Dungeon Run is all
available
about
into the
defeating
future, not just for
bosses,
this.
collecting loot and leveling up your character. And in a Kobolds and Catacombs dungeon run, we'll shuffle up an 8-card boss deck, and you'll defeat 8 random bosses. And each time you defeat a boss, you learn some new cards for your deck. You start with a lowly 10-card deck. You learn some new cards for your deck, increasing your power each game.
And he even specified in Kobolds and
we throw your deck
Catacombs
away, and you have to start
dungeon
all
run.
over from
So
the
this is
beginning
for
with a new
all
strategy.
sets forward.
It's essentially a Hearthstone roguelike, and it's our most replayable single-player content ever.
Wow, that's interesting.
This sounds actually, I might give this a try.
That sounds fun.
Also, it's completely free. It's totally separate from your normal collection. You don't need any cards to play. Come check it out here. We're here in the North
It'd be
Hall.
really fun
There
is
are
if it wasn't
demonstrations
single
over
player
there. Come try
and it
I think
was
you're
a
gonna love it.
roguelike that involved
awesome.
other players too.
All right.
Ah, that would be interesting.
Don't forget to come to the
That's
panel
pretty
later
cool.
today.
But that's really
To
neat.
see the cards that you missed in the dungeon run and some of the other new mechanics in the set. The team is so excited about Kobolds and Catacombs. We cannot wait to share the set with you and the new dungeon run.
Yeah, it
mode
kind of sounds like
when it
Hand of
comes out
Fate,
next
doesn't it?
month.
A game that I've been meaning to get back to.
It is my great pleasure to introduce someone who I personally have run a bunch of dungeons with in my time. From the Overwatch arena, Jeff Kaplan.
Whoa! Oh my god, they have stages. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah. It's Jeff from the Overwatch team, guys.
Wearing his best outfit. His best black.
Channeling Steve Jobs.
His best black turtleneck and off black
Welcome
pants.
to the Overwatch arena.
Oh, it's not
I
a
think the
turtleneck.
arena is absolutely amazing. We're going to be here.
Slightly
yeah,
too
it
large.
is. Let's hear it for the arena.
Look at the fucking age we live in.
And
Look at
you
this.
guys are amazing.
They have more people there combined than probably a Super Bowl if you combine all of their stages right now.
Everybody here at BlizzCon, whatever hall you're in, give it up.
What do
for
you guys think the
everybody watching
attendance
at
is?
home
Because
right
this
now.
place looks massive. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is insane.
2 levels.
And for you guys
all
who are
around.
here with us today,
3 levels,
we can't thank you enough. It's amazing to have you here in Anaheim, California. California is my home state. I think it's the best state in the entire union.
The union.
We have everything here. If it's not in California, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist.
Wow. Jeff firing shots.
We have the most beautiful mountains.
This is the least diplomatic he's ever
Beautiful
been.
beaches right outside these doors, right
Why
in
is
front
he-
of me.
why is he talking
There's
so much
even
about
a
it?
theme park. Now,
Why do you
how
think
many of
he's...
you who are here in California with us for the weekend are going to also hit up the theme park? Now, it gets me wondering sometimes, and it gets the Overwatch team wondering, have you ever imagined what a Blizzard theme park might look like? The Overwatch team certainly has, and I present to you now, Blizzard World.
What?
Let's check it out.
Okay. You're not... I thought they were going to announce a real fucking
Me
thing.
too.
Okay.
Where you confronted
A new map.
the Lord of Terror himself.
Fuck, I want it to be real now.
Your first Zergling rush. Sometimes, epic memories can only be made in an epic world.
Blizzard World. So it's sort of a non-canonical, weird map to play in?
Your adventure.
Or is it... This doesn't look playable. What are we looking at?
Your memories. See them come alive in your world. Blizzard World.
Epic fun.
Is this just for fun? Like just silliness?
Well met. Stay a while and listen to the fireworks.
It doesn't even look like a free-for-all map. It doesn't look like it's playable. Like,
And visit Blizzard World. New adventures are waiting for you.
I can't wait to get on some rides.
that doesn't look like a map, guys. If that's a map, I saw so many issues.
Yeah, we did it. We went there. We had so much fun making this map, but the super fun part for us in making a map is seeing what you guys do on it. So we cannot wait for you to be playing this map. You'll be playing it all weekend here at BlizzCon. Also, the map will be going live early next year, and you'll see it on the PTR very, very soon. So the map is awesome. We had a ton of fun making it.
A map
It's
that they don't plan to
hybrid
release.
map. So that means it's part assault and part payload. Now, I know most of you don't know what payload is. So everybody turn to the
Low-hanging
Zenyatta
fruit.
main to your left, and he'll figure it out. You don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about what payload means. Now, one thing we always say about Overwatch is that the world needs heroes. And
Goblin is sassy
the
today.
Overwatch team thinks that you guys need another hero.
Yeah! Come on! Give it to me, Jeff!
Now, we don't have one today, but...
Asterisk, aggressive thrusting, asterisk.
And to introduce you to Moira, she speaks for herself. Let's check her out.
We are bedeviled by the mysteries of creation. Science can reveal the truths that lie behind these many questions. What we learn can unlock the true potential of humanity.
Got
To the shadows.
stealth care. Another one!
How this feels. Come to me and I will heal you. I will unmake you. Simple geometry.
Lights out.
Surrender to my will.
There's so much happening. I can't figure out what this character is.
Allow me to repair the damage. I feel unstoppable. My will made real.
There's so much to think about there. She can heal, she can hurt.
There she is.
Moira
She's stealth.
Is our newest
It's
support
all about
healer.
simple
now, I know a lot of you
geometry.
were begging for a DPS, but we made a healer instead, so
But
I hope you're okay with that.
She was.
Is that why
She
they're
is
fucking with
much
the
fun
healers
to
so much
play.
right now?
She does a tremendous amount of healing. She also can do a tremendous amount of damage as well. So she's really fun and interactive to play. She has that fade ability, so that gives her great mobility as a support character as well. In case you're wondering how to spell Moira, it's spelled OPAF, just in case you're wondering.
Why does the laughter sound canned?
Cool notes about
Does it
Moira
not?
that we should talk
Didn't that
about.
sound really like?
Yeah, it kind of did.
She has a really great backstory as well. Not only was she a part of Reyes's secretive Blackwatch, she also has a storied history with Talon. Now, you guys are going to learn all about Moira, Blizzard World, and maybe even another announcement in the Overwatch What's Next panel. It's going to be on the
That you have
Mythic
to pay
stage
for.
at 2:45 today. I cannot encourage you enough to check out that panel. We even
Possibly,
have an
guys, we'll go
origin video
live
for Moira that will be
after
debuting
later in
during
the
that
day
panel.
if like a major announcement is made.
And Moira's fully playable here on the show floor in Blizzard World all weekend long. And dare I say it's no limits. Oh my God, it's going to be a mess. But
Why is he so sassy today?
Excuse me, Mr. Kaplan. I'm here to deliver the payload.
What is this?
Hammer down! Candy!
This is so stupid. Oh my God, he's wearing a tux.
Friend, you wait right there. It's a long way.
This is so ridiculous.
I live for this.
Oh my God. What a goof. This is hilarious.
What in the fuckles?
Once again, Halloween not popular in my neighborhood. 3 kids. 3.
Oh.
Jeff, Candy?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here because Blizzard changed my life as an actor, as a person. You guys have been amazing to me. I remember exactly where I was standing a couple BlizzCons ago when Overwatch was first announced, because I didn't even know it was called Overwatch. That first session, you didn't tell me anything.
Didn't tell you.
It was like a line drawing of Reinhardt with the helmet off. And so there was the first animated short, and I was going, a gorilla from the moon? I think I'm in that. And then they showed the gameplay trailer where they announced all the heroes. And I didn't hear me. And the last guy to come around was Reinhardt. And it was my birthday, so thank you. Happy birthday to me on that one.
That's amazing that they didn't even know till the
And
last
now,
trailer.
Guys, we're here, and we're all part of this amazing community because, thank you.
He looks like a guy who's made to be.
I am going to cry.
Like he's such a ham.
Crying is my ultimate. I will cry. But you guys have taken.
It's like he's been waiting his whole life to be in this
And to
situation.
your minds, they have inspired you. We've seen amazing cosplay.
Yeah.
We've seen spectacular fan art. And, of course, there are the animated shorts that are jaw-droppingly wonderful. And what we've seen May science her way out of a problem. We've seen the rivalry between Genji.
Are we about to get a
and
Reinhardt
Hanzo.
short right
We've
now?
seen Bastion be so just darn cute and lovable. So now.
Awesome! This is the best! Oh God, I gotta play Overwatch today.
Oh, you gotta play all the video games.
Bring me another!
You're so cute.
It's a little bit more aggressive than I remember Reinhardt. Oh my god, man. Holy shit. We're getting spoiled.
I thought we talked about this. You don't need to do
That was in the comic. This.
Winston's message wasn't meant for you. This isn't your fight. Papa told me after so many years of service, you gave Overwatch everything, and then they pushed you out. Why would you go back to them?
So, that's it. You're leaving us.
I have been called. I must answer. It is a great honor.
To disappear into some secret organization. Give up the glory of being a crusader? I don't think so.
He wishes he got picked.
The Crusaders are immortal defenders of Germany. People will be singing songs about our legacies.
Our legacies are our deeds. And this war is bigger than all of us.
Drop pods to the east, they're coming!
All right, people.
Oh, there's a girl in one.
Stick with your dance partners. Let's crush those rust buckets.
Here's your walking stick, old man.
Live with honor.
Die with glory.
We work as one. Rocking up. Fire.
I love the wind in my hair.
Get back and protect your team.
They're just slowing me down. Besides, they're fine.
It's so true.
What is that?
That is mine.
Damn it, Reinhardt! Reinhardt!
More those things!
Holy shit.
They're like Orisa, the earlier version.
Orisa's terrifying. Oh.
I had this.
Obviously. They're cutting us off. Let's move.
Oh man. It's so bad.
That door won't hold. Get back to the unit. I will hold them off.
And let you have all the glory? We will fight our way back together.
No, I'm staying here.
But without you...
Lieutenant, you took an oath to be a crusader. Now, keep it.
I won't leave you!
The team needs you. Be their shield. Reinhardt, live with honor.
Die with glory, old friend.
guy's such a badass. Whoa! Give me 2 hammers! Oh, it's Reinhardt. He's finally gonna be helping us.
Body shield.
Okay. Mercy, he needs a rest. Come on.
No dice.
Where was Mercy?
I have been called. I must answer. Always.
Bad ass.
Fuck yeah.
Cinematic. That had some of the best friggin' scenes. Now I want to be able to wield 2 hammers as Reinhardt, and I want to be able to jump in the middle of a charge and come down on a guy with a hammer.
How cool would that be?
That was amazing. That was so good. Moira bio is available now?
Team Overwatch. Amazing, emotional
I gotta
piece.
pee.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
right?
setting me up.
That was incredible, though.
A very difficult job to come out to.
Yeah, how are they going to top this?
Another game, one that also has amazing shoulder pads. Before we get started,
there's so much just happened.
Yeah, man.
We have to go check out the new character too.
Lord, where are you?
And you guys think that's Torb's daughter?
Alliance, let me hear you.
I remember seeing her in the comics. I don't remember it being confirmed that she was Torb's daughter, or I don't remember how they.
Thank you.
Bridget.
I'm grateful to have been given the opportunity.
Sorry guys, we're not Warcraft fans if you're watching and you like the Warcraft.
For me, this is a really special day for the
She
team.
has a Torb tattoo.
Everyone here watching online,
She could just be Torb's biggest
watching in the
fan.
BlizzCon halls, we're here to talk about what's new for World of Warcraft. It has been
Yeah, I have to go pee then.
And then I have to pee after you.
For the WoW community. We've seen old heroes fall and new ones rise. We adventured on the Broken Shore. We conquered Suramar. We watched the defeat of Gul'dan and Illidan crush his skull. And more awaits us on Argus.
Are you guys excited for Warcraft?
With Sargeras, a titan.
Anyone?
At the heart of Warcraft lore. We will be watching the community, and we'll be waiting on that world first.
You are? No.
Now,
Barry? Meh.
before we get to the big news, I want to take a minute.
What do you think the big news is going to be?
And I want to talk about ice cream. Ice cream is great.
Guys, I had an ice
cream
cream
is
cone
one
that
of
was
my favorite
8
desserts.
stacks high when I was in Japan.
Personally, I love chocolate, and I love
No
cookies and
expansion,
cream.
no expansion, another expansion again.
Cookies and cream is actually my all-time favorite dessert. But I understand that for some of you, your favorite flavor
The last 3 flavors were not
is
good.
vanilla.
Why is everyone cheering? Vanilla's not my favorite flavor.
Someone
Someone once said that you can't go home again, but they lacked vision. And a temporal discombobulator.
It does have a fart button. Oh, wrong. Oh. Vanilla World of Warcraft.
Come back.
They talked about ice cream on stage.
Did they really?
Yeah. And then he said that our favorite flavor is vanilla.
What the hell?
And I guess it's like Vanilla World of Warcraft before all the expansions. I didn't get it.
So what does that mean? What's going on?
Oh no. They're bringing back.
You think it's a
World
reboot?
of Warcraft 1.0.
Like a reboot and remaster? Like they're gonna like start over again? Be like,
Hey, you ate chips. You ate creamy dill chips while you were
I did.
inside. Can't
For you
hide
guys-
that from me.
Of World of Warcraft around the world, we hear you.
what does it mean?
I
I
wonder.
am pleased and also a little bit nervous to announce the development of a classic server option for World of Warcraft.
This sounds smart to me because if anybody's going to jump in, they're going to want to jump into a
But we are
less
committed
complicated
to making
version.
an authentic Blizzard quality classic experience. We want to reproduce the game experience that we all
is
enjoyed
smart.
from the original classic WoW, not the actual launch experience.
I'll be back.
So please bear with us.
So
It's gonna
Vanilla
take some
Warcraft,
time,
but maybe like with
but it
some
will happen.
things fixed and
Now, I love you too. Now, I'm sure all of you remember the original WoW server blades that we auctioned off for charity a few years ago.
one thing that's always kept me away from Warcraft, guys, was the fact that I always thought it looked kind of ugly. I still do. I think it's ugly looking,
Speaking
the
of
game.
charity,
But if they
and
make
also
it a little bit
business, you
better,
all
I could
showed
see.
great
Like, I'm
support
still never
when
going to
we
get into
launched Shadow,
Warcraft.
The charity pet, ahead of schedule to help with disaster relief around the world. You've all donated very generously.
So as soon as
Always
Becky gets
exciting to
back,
see the
we're going to check out the new
working
character,
together.
the bio.
Today, I am pleased to reveal that we've also created an IRL version of Shadow available later this month. Sales of the Shadow plushie.
Aww.
Adorable. Sales of the Shadow plushie through the end of the year will go to the same global disaster relief efforts. I speak for everyone at Blizzard when I say it makes a difference. You know, the annual charity contribution is one of the many symbols of the WoW community. And in total, you have all donated over $15 million to charitable causes over
Wow.
the years. So thank you for your help. I mentioned we had some news. Players are now actively fighting on Argus, homeworld of the Burning Legion.
So I guess
soon
this is
that
the last
chapter
news,
will come
right?
to
This
an
is their
end.
last property. They did Heroes of Storm,
Rivalries
StarCraft,
factions
Hearthstone, Warcraft,
lingers.
and this is
After all,
World of Warcraft.
you members of the Horde, you turned
Diablo.
Azeroth
There is
in search of
Diablo.
nothing more than a home. And that is
They already
journey
made a
that the
little bit of a
Alliance
Diablo
has shown
announcement.
Little respect for. Am I right, Horde?
Is there a Diablo stage?
And Alliance. You do not forget
Diablo's kind of the baby.
Broken
It's
Shore.
kind of not like their one of
You
their
do not
major
forget
properties.
The betrayal that led to the death of your own King Varian. Animosity between the Horde and the Alliance remains strong. And from these deep wounds between the factions will flow the next story in the chapter of Azeroth. This is the story. Horde versus Alliance. Wounds that can never be healed.
Cinematic,
This is the
Maybe I
beginning
did.
of the next expansion. Let's take a look at the features.
My father once told me that peace was like
It's
a
not a
dream.
real CG cinematic. It's
Ephemeral. Unattainable. I didn't listen.
Well, I think, guys, that I'm going to go now and check out the new character.
Suffering.
So we're going to put a pause right now on this. Not a pause. We're just going to stop watching. I'll leave it open in another window in case something big starts happening. You guys can tell me, and then I'll switch over back. Just going to close this just for the sake of it. How do you close the chat? There we go. Get rid of that poison. All right, we're going to go over to play Overwatch and check out this new character. Moira?
Moira.
Is it seriously Moira? That's a really lame name for a character,
sorry,
for a
Moira's
hero.
out there.
I'm sorry, any of our fans that are Moiras, but you aren't the first thing I think when I think hero. Moira.
Moira.
It's like a Dirk. Wait, no, Dirk is kind of a strong name. I don't know.
I like the name Moira.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know a Moira.
All right, I'm heading over.
She likes it pronounced Mora, though.
Mora? All right.
Says you, Fraser.
Where is she? Oh, there she is, right there. Moira. All right. She's a healer. And how do you do full screen again? I always ask this. It's F11? F11. Control F11? No, that went back. I forget how you make Chrome go full screen.
F11. F11?
It's weird. It's not working
F11.
for me. It's weird. Well, anyways.
F12?
No, that just went page down. Oh, it's because my function keys aren't working. Where's the FN? There it is. F11. There we go.
You're silly.
Yeah. All right. Moira. So, here's what I thought when I saw the trailer. I was thinking, so obviously she deals damage and then heals. It's almost like May's beam. The way it looks like it's spraying. And then that looks like almost like Symmetra's. The purple beam, the damage dealing beam. And then that seems kind of like...
It bounces around?
There's so many things going on. It's so hard. So, okay.
Fade.
So here's my guess before we even begin. This is what I think. In order to heal, you must do damage. I think she has a pool. I bet you that she must first suck to do damage before she's able to heal.
That's interesting.
That's my guess.
So
is that
suck
they
and
balance
give,
each other
suck
out.
and
Yeah,
give.
like suck it out and then put it into your teammates. Almost like a vampire type character.
Okay.
Because she kind of looks like a vampire. You know, like she has that spikiness, that Nosferatu style.
Yeah, she
so
does
she
that.
has biotic grasp, which doesn't seem like a grasp. It seems more like May's, like she has to aim it. It doesn't grab on.
Yeah.
And then her death beam, they're both called bionic grasp. But the purple aspect of it seems more like Symmetra's ability to grab on. Like, it doesn't go past the character like the other one does. This one
It's weird that
does.
they would be different mechanics.
Yeah, it is.
Was it healing soldier as she went by? No, I don't think so.
It could have, because they're on the same team, but I don't know. And then that's healing them. It sucks. It
Biotic
grabs
orb.
on. And then it's still called. They're both called the biotic orb. And then she has the ability that seems like to teleport short distances. Not huge ones, just short.
Yeah.
It looks like.
I
Even
wonder what the cooldown is for that.
in the trailer, it seemed like a short distance too.
Yeah.
And then you got Coalescence, which is like her ultimate, where she just like
little
shoots
bit
out a
of
beam
both.
that goes through everybody that does both,
Heals and damage.
probably times 10. All right. So, her role is support. Biotic abilities enable her to contribute healing or damage in any crisis, while Biotic Grasp gives Moira short-range options. Her Biotic Orbs contribute long-range, hands-off damage and healing. She can also fade to escape groups or remain close to allies if in need of support. Once she's changed... Oops. Oh, God. This is too fast. Once she's changed...
Charged.
charged coalescence, Moira can save multiple allies from elimination at once or finish off weakened enemies. Difficulty. They give her a 2 for difficulty. And then Biotic Grasp. Using her left hand, Moira expands biotic energy to heal allies in front of her. Her right hand fires a long-range beam weapon that saps enemies' health, healing Moira and replenishing her biotic energy. So she heals herself while she's healing people. Wait. Left hand. Heal her allies. Her right hand is no, while she's sapping. So she's healing herself while she's doing the purple damage.
Ah, okay.
And then she heals. Okay. So it's not saying anything about my prediction. I think I'm wrong. I think it would have been cool, though.
That's a neat idea. Yeah.
Biotic Orb. She launches a rebounding biotic sphere. She can choose between a regeneration effect as it heals allies and passes through, or a decay effect that deals damage to its enemy. I'm interested to see how this is going to be bound to a controller. Like, this seems like a lot of different things you have to balance. Quickly teleports a short distance. I want to know the cooldown on these things. Coalescence. Moira changes long-range beam that both heals and bypasses barriers to deal damage. Bypasses barriers, that's huge.
Yeah.
So they have screenshots here. Is this the same thing that we just watched, introducing Moira? I think it is.
I think so, yeah.
Concept art, screenshot. She's an interesting character. What's her health pool gonna be? Do you guys have, has there been anything, like, in terms of numbers released yet? I know that, like, this stuff usually gets put out in different places. Because I want to know the numbers on, like, what's her health. If she's just a 200 health character, she's going to be super squishy. Even if she has that super quick teleporting. All right, here's 48. Her bio. So here's how we've usually avoided the bios, but real name, she's 48. She's Moira O'Dora. Oh, she's Irish.
Oh.
O'Doraine. It sounds Irish to me. Is Moira an Irish name?
It is.
Geneticist. She's a geneticist, Dublin, Ireland. Oh, it just says it right here. Oasis in Iraq. This is her places. Affiliation, Talon and Blackwatch formerly. Equal parts brilliant. Science will reveal the truth. Brilliant and controversial scientist Moira O'Doraine. O'Doraine is on the cutting edge of genetic engineering, searching for a way to rewrite fundamental building blocks of life. Over a decade ago, O'Doraine made waves when she published a controversial paper detailing the methodology for creating custom genetic programs that could alter DNA at a cellular level. It seemed like a promising step towards overcoming disease and disorder, maximizing human potential. Dissent among her peers soon followed. Many considered her work to be dangerous because of perceived ethical shortfalls, and O'Doraine was accused of having the same unchecked desire for scientific advancement as some believe that caused the Omnic crisis. In addition, the other geneticists were unable to reproduce the results of Moira's research, which further called her discoveries into question. Instead of kick-starting her career, her paper seriously damaged her reputation. She received a lifeline and an offer from an unlikely source, Overwatch's covert ops division, Blackwatch. She continued her work in the shadows while developing new weapon technologies for the organization. Her employment was closely kept secret until she was uncovered during the inquiries following the Venice incident, which we saw, I think, the precursor to. Was that, like, Venice? Was that involving the comic book with Doomfist? I think they were in Venice at that time.
I thought the Venice thing, wasn't that
What's
like
the Venice
Omnic crisis?
I think that was another... Many high-ranking Overwatch officials disavowed all knowledge of her affiliation with them. After Overwatch was disbanded, O'Doraine was forced to turn on unconventional sources of funding. This time she was invited to join the scientific collective that had founded the city of Oasis. Yet some have whispered that the shadowy Talon organization had already been supporting her for years, aiding her experiments in exchange for utilizing the results of their own purposes. Though O'Doraine will go to any lengths to make scientific breakthroughs, her work is still unknown to most of the world, but now she has been freed from the constraints. It's only a matter of time before everything changes. They didn't give you much info there about her. Here's my guess. Story-wise, she's responsible for bringing Reaper back.
Ah.
In addition to the fact that, like, look at her ability. Kind of has the same graphics as Reaper's teleportation, like that sort of swirling black cloud with those particle effects.
Yeah.
I think that she probably came up with
and improved it for Reaper.
Yeah, like I think that all of it is tied to him. So I think that's probably how that works. You guys say that's Mercy, but I don't remember that ever being said except for in fan art. I don't think that that's a part of the story. It's already been confirmed to be Mercy? Where?
What's confirmed to be Mercy? What are you talking about?
That Mercy brought back Reaper. We discussed this on the show recently.
Mercy
where I actually made a mistake because I was going by basically fan art. And I was like, didn't Mercy bring them both back? And everybody's like, no, just Soldier 76. She never brought back
Mercy
Reaper.
always asks what happened to you, and Reaper says, you tell me, dog.
Exactly. That never happened, Doublefinger. I don't know where you got that info. Anyways, that's my theory. She brought back Reaper. She gave him his powers, his ability to teleport and stuff because of that. Anyways, until we get numbers, there's not much more I can say about this character besides that, like, I don't think that she'll be a primary healer, unfortunately. Which is, I think, what a lot of people were hoping for, was a primary. I love the way he falls. I don't think she can be a primary healer because I feel like no healer can be a primary healer except for Mercy. I know a lot of people think Anna can be, but in pubs at least.
What about Lucio?
He can never be. No. Yeah.
At my level, he
just
can.
doesn't do enough. But the way that people. Jeff did say she's an alt healer. Did he say that on stage? I didn't hear. So, anyways, the reason that she'd be a bad primary healer, even if she had the healing output that was required, is that nobody will play her properly. Anytime there's a character that can do damage too, like Zenyatta or something, like, you can never really rely on those guys in pubs to ever heal you properly, because the Annas I play with often get so obsessed, myself included. Anytime I've tried to dabble with Anna, I get so tunnel vision for killing people with my gun and my snipes that I forget to heal people. And so goes it with so many Annas that I play with. They're just like going around doing their own thing, not actually healing you. I feel like Mercy's the only person I ever get reliable heals from.
Are her stats out there?
Yeah, are they out there?
I think it's so interesting how it bounces around, this orb.
Yeah, kind
and
of.
She said something about, like, it's all about geometry. So are you, you'll have to shoot that out.
It moves so slowly that it's doubtful to me that geometry, like bouncing it in the right way, is going to enter into gameplay. Because it's just so slow. Like, unless, like, you're smart. And here's one thing I'm thinking is, like, have we seen this orb in any of these graphics disappear yet? Like, what happens here? She puts it out. It does disappear. Okay, it shrinks.
Yeah.
So here's one thing, though. It shrinks. Look at that. Okay. Notice that it only shrinks. We don't get to see the yellow one do this because it's healing them the entire time. But watch the purple one. Shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. Now they're dead. It doesn't do anything else. It stops shrinking. So I think these orbs will just keep bouncing around until they've done enough damage or healing
to go
that it's time for them to leave.
Yeah.
So I think it's a possibility that you could, like, let the healing orb loose in a room with your team where they're all at full health, and it will just bounce around and wait until somebody needs healing, and it'll heal them up. I feel like it's something that
I wonder if it will have that plus a cooldown effect.
A cooldown, yeah. It's possible. But all we can go by so far is the fact that this purple orb stops shrinking once it's done its job and just keeps going. Like, and if it keeps bouncing, maybe it could just keep on going. That could be really cool.
That would be interesting, yeah.
So we won't know any stats, I guess, until people on the show floor start playing. And like last year, when Sombra was introduced, there was instantly a dude playing. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
They're interviewing people now. They're interviewing the main dude. Looks like there wasn't much more to the conference that we skipped out on.
Lucio's voice actor's on the Overwatch World Cup stream.
Oh, that's fun. Like, he's actually calling the stream, like he's like a color commentator. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Lucio as color commentator. That's perfect. Look at these teams. They're going to do great. That would be incredible. Look at this. Every channel, Blizzard's channel, StarCraft's channel, World of Warcraft, is all streaming this.
Yeah.
So it's like all of these on the side. That's kind of funny.
Are we going to catch up on the comics or whatever that we haven't watched?
Did they release the Playfire one or whatever they call it? The one that is sound and animation? I know that we are behind a comic. They still haven't done it. Do you think they will? Because, like, if I'm going to do that comic on here, I'd want to do... Okay. So Prepaid Pie said no, but Ian Kid said yes.
No, Alice said yes. Oh, also Ian Kid, I think.
I couldn't find it.
It does exist.
I could try to find it.
That's okay, Prepaid Pie.
Where would I find it? Media. Comics. It's this one here. Here's the the weird thing. How do you get to the animated one? It's so weird that the only way to get to the animated one is to like go to Blizzard's Twitter and they link it there. They don't link it through the official site, which I think is kind of odd.
Overwatch animated comics, you'll find a Reddit thread.
Yeah, isn't that weird that the only way to find it?
That's so dumb.
Isn't that odd?
Yeah. There is a new dev update and behind the scenes video as well.
All right, time to go do the dev update.
Are we going to do the Overwatch animated comics thing?
Not a high priority for me. Possible.
Okay.
We're so, like, Blizzard was kind of weird the way that they released it and didn't release the animated version for, like, weeks. So, like, I feel like the need to cover it immediately is kind of past.
The dev update is only about eSports?
Oh, you're talking about the old dev update. I thought that they just had released a dev update or something.
And yes, the Zarya comic is animated in the Reddit thread.
It just doesn't make sense. Why is it just linked through Reddit? How do they officially link it? How did Reddit find it? How does it go out? I don't get that. Why is it not on the official site? So Jeff did this about eSports, trying to like talk to people about what's going on with eSports.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Jeff from the Overwatch team. We're here to talk about esports today. So esports is incredibly important to the Overwatch development team.
I cannot get over how sassy he was today.
Yeah, dude, that was wild.
That was a sassy Jeff.
Sort of grabbed onto Overwatch and decided that they wanted it to be the next great esport. And throughout the year, we were developing things like the Overwatch World Cup and Overwatch League. We've also introduced things like Overwatch Contenders, which is sort of our up-and-coming league to show all the great talent coming into Overwatch esports. But we realized that there's a lot of challenges with Overwatch and esports in general. And probably the top thing that we hear on the development team is that sometimes watching Overwatch esports can be very challenging to follow the action and know what's going on. So for the past few months, the Overwatch team has been extremely dedicated to working on a number of features to improve the viewing experience for all of us so that when we're watching things like Overwatch World Cup or the upcoming Overwatch League, it's an amazing, great experience. And today I want to walk you through some of the things that we've been doing. Now, when I mention a lot of these features, they're going to sound really cool, but it's important to understand who they're targeted at. Besides the Overwatch development team working on esports, we have a lot of dedicated folks who are working tirelessly to make the esport great. Obviously,
do it, man. Grow it out.
Team owners and players, you guys know about them, but there's entire broadcast crews who are working to make Overwatch the most viewable experience possible. And many of the tools that I'm about to talk about are really targeted at making their jobs better so we can all enjoy watching even more.
He has done it.
So the first thing that we're adding to Overwatch eSports, and you will see it premiered at the Overwatch World Cup at Blizzcon November 3rd and 4th, is the concept of team uniforms. So all teams that qualified for the World Cup
buy a ticket
in the finals
to BlizzCon to watch
will have a team uniform that are both home and away colors.
To watch the championships?
The home team is always
or
in
is it going to be
darker,
publicly
more
broadcast, the
saturated colors,
championships?
and the away team will always have a lighter color palette.
World Cup is free.
Overall, we call this system not only the team uniform system, but team color paletting that we're doing. And what I mean by that is besides the teams each having a distinct uniform, so they're not always going to be the red team and the blue team anymore, is that we are doing things with the visual effects, so things like heroes' tracers when they're shooting their guns, or when explosions are happening. All of those things will adopt the home or away team color of that particular team. We're also completely up to
here's my guess.
User interface.
That space is supposed to. My guess about this is all these colors. I don't think the players are going to see them. There's no way they're going to make it so that like it changes the fucking effect colors. That would throw you so much off as a player. I think the players on the teams are seeing normal skins. Default skins.
It's only on the spectator side. Okay.
That makes So Canada isn't going to be affected by the fact that their jerseys are the worst possible colors you can wear.
That makes
so much more sense.
Heads-up display to incorporate these team colors as well. We want to make it super obvious that you know which team you're watching and which player you're watching at all times. So we
it makes sense. Like the spectator camera can use completely different.
Will really
There's no
help
reason
with that player and team identification. Plus, the teams are just going to look awesome in their great uniforms as well.
With the way computers work, they could make it so the spectators are watching like all Reinhardts if they wanted.
And broadcasters, we are introducing a top-down interactive map for them that lets them see all of the action at once and know where everybody on either team is at all times. It also gives them an indication of what their ultimate status is, whether or not they're stunned or frozen or rooted in place. They can see all of this information. It basically, for them, is presented as a 2D overlay over the 3D map.
Awesome.
So they can literally see things like tracers blinking effects at the same time underneath this 2D overlay. We think it's extremely cool technology. We've had our observers and casters out here to work with it, and they say that it makes their job a lot easier to sort of relay information to you guys and make for a better broadcast. We're also curious to see if some of our broadcast partners even show this interactive top-down map at times during the broadcast as well, because we think it looks pretty cool. So that feature is coming. Now, speaking of the observers, these are basically the camera people who are framing the action for eSports.
Paying 100%
There's some other
attention.
features that we put in place to make
the
life
viewer
easier
at all
for them.
use that map?
One is something
or
that
see
we
that
call
map, or is it only for the guys controlling the cameras?
So now when you observe the game in third-person mode, there's a smart camera that will automatically follow the action and smooth out the camera.
Wow!
So
Yes.
As jerky as
awesome! I might actually watch.
We think this makes for a much better viewing experience in third person.
Yes, because
we know
it
that third
sucks
person
right now.
Spectating can oftentimes be controversial, and we want to make it as good as possible and as smooth as possible. And the cool part about the smart camera is that it knows where the action is at all times and is smartly following that action. So we think that will help the observers a lot. The other thing that we added for our observers that we think is a really great feature is the ability for them at any point to, through the kill feed with a special broadcaster interface, go in and select a replay of any moment from the kill feed replay that moment.
Damn.
Wow.
Complete time scaling and repositioning of cameras at all times.
Holy shit.
We're hoping that how this surfaces to us at viewers at home.
The way I think
is
that it
we
should
get
work
these
too
really
is,
cool
like I
instant
said,
replay moments framed up in awesome cinematic
we should be
ways.
able to
So
watch
we're
the
really
World
looking
Cup
forward to that
through
feature
the
as
game.
well.
We should be able
Now,
to go
when
into
we run an
Overwatch, the
esports
game itself,
tournament,
click on the
there's a
World
lot of
Overwatch Cup, and then
administration that
choose
goes
our own
on that
camera
can
angle.
That would be
oftentimes
crazy.
be the cause of errors in the broadcast. There can be human errors in setting up teams. Just getting 12 players into a lobby can often be a cause for human error. You put somebody on the wrong team. So we've made a complete automated tournament interface for our people running tournaments to be able to set everything up ahead of time to try to minimize the amount of human error we're currently seeing.
There
in
is a feature
esports
like that on the
productions. We
PTR?
think
That's
that'll be
amazing.
great. And we've done other things to help in that direction as well. For example, now starting at the Overwatch World Cup, if
Yes,
a player
Scalar, but I mean
in an
something
esports
different than what you're
tournament
saying.
disconnects, the game will automatically pause and not have to wait for an official to press the button. It will happen right away. And we've done many, many things like this to sort of preserve the integrity of the competitive state
It's cool
of the
they
game.
put so much thought
In
into
fact,
this.
Yeah.
the
Maybe it's the
server
fact
has a
that they're
much
making
better
millions
idea
from
now
this.
of
People
what the
bought these
competitive
teams.
game state is at any moment.
How much do
So
they
if
pay?
There are hiccups and
They have to
technical
pay
challenges,
Blizzard a
or if
licensing
player
fee
leaves
to
for
own these
whatever
teams.
reason, we're hoping that we can more often than not.
I forget
just
what it was,
resume
but
from
like
current competitive
the owner of
state
the
and not
Los
have to do
Angeles
things like
Knicks
replay
or
matches.
Los
Of
Angeles.
course,
What is the name of the basketball
there's
team?
cause for
The Lakers.
occasionally
I think the
having to restart
Lakers
matches, but we're trying to minimize
owner
and
owns
mitigate
a
I
team.
remember hearing about that.
as much as possible. There's a lot more in terms of esport features that are being worked on. It's something that we're extremely dedicated to. It's important that people recognize that this isn't the final step. This isn't the moment where we say, hey, here are all the things that we're working on and we're done. In fact, we're looking at Overwatch World Cup as one major milestone on our long journey to continuously improving the esports watching experience. Beyond World Cup, we'll be looking towards the Overwatch League and making that as viewable and as watchable as possible. I think you're really going to love, you've already started to see some of the Overwatch League team uniforms. I think when you see the rest of them and all of them together, you'll realize how cool that system's going to be. I hope that you end up being a player like me who at one time didn't know a lot about esports or wasn't particularly interested in esports, but over time grew to be a huge fan of it because I'm such a fan of all these games that we're playing that feature esports. It welcomes more people to our family, and I think it's extremely important for the entire game ecosystem for there to be a highly competitive space for our top players to really prove out who's best at
this?
Overwatch.
Yeah.
So please...
Is this where they show the skins?
Obviously, we're doing the dress rehearsal today for Overwatch World Cup. For the first couple of matches, we're going to be doing a lot of testing of match pausing and resuming as we try and troubleshoot.
God,
Here you go.
specific
so
cases
much
that we
work.
added was team uniforms.
Wow.
Oh my god, those are cool.
There's Canada's. Represented by Jackass McGee.
My favorite feature is the team uniform system, the ability to dynamically change the colors within the editor.
That's so cool.
We took the effects of the game and team colored them so that they matched the team uniforms. Everything from the hero skin.
So here's the top down map view here.
For observers and
But it's a broadcast tool. Well, I guess this isn't very valuable to the user anyways.
tool that I wanted most as an analyst when I cast the game.
This was really, first and foremost, designed to be a tool for you guys. Like, it was...
So I actually, like, the fact that somebody said that there's a link to actually be able to watch the World Cup through Overwatch right now. The game itself, in the game. Which tells me that they're kind of, like, almost saying, like, go ahead and stream it. Are they not? Like, I mean, if it's right
Yeah, I
in the
wonder.
game and they know that people stream through...
It was rumored the price to own a team is $20 million.
Wow.
It's one team.
It kind of makes me want to, like, maybe, like, I want to see play Overwatch's Twitch where you can, I want to go check it, check a look at it. Play Overwatch Twitch. Let me see this.
Of these two teams, they feel they're
So how come they don't stream on YouTube? They stream everything else on YouTube.
We got to the finals. So I think this team is riding high on that confidence, and that momentum could
It's
work
Sweden
really well.
versus UK
the other side
soon?
of things, the Sweden team has teams that have not performed all the greatest at LAN, so they need to get over those nerves. I think it's more important for Sweden to come out to a stronger start.
Twitch
I
has
absolutely
their
agree. And
exclusive
Sweden,
rights, I
don't forget,
think.
this is a team that has a lot of expectations on it. Most of these players are also in the Overwatch League. In fact, all of them, I believe. So this is a case where...
Yeah, that's the only reason why I wouldn't think that you'd be allowed to restream is because Twitch might, if somebody has exclusive rights like Twitch.
And really give the fans
How do you make a thing disappear?
We like to use the
Oh,
house money
yes.
and you really do get the feeling.
Moira's heal per second is the same as Anna's, which is 80.
That's huge. That makes me think that there must be a cooldown, like, because then that like blows away Mercy. Like Anna's blows away Mercy's.
Than any human being I've ever seen at like BlizzCon.
But maybe it's because she has to be so close. Maybe that's why.
yeah, maybe.
And it has to be aimed because it doesn't latch on like Mercy's. So maybe that's the trade-off.
And what does that mean for the matchup here between the two teams? What do you expect to see?
I've got one word for you.
All right.
Moira has a pool of healing.
Can you guys find any co-streamers of the Overwatch World Cup? That would give me an idea of whether it's copacetic or not. So they're showing all the teams there. It's a resource you get back. So it does work, like I thought.
Ah,
you must steal health to
interesting.
be able to give health. Ah, it's awesome. I designed the character. It said it. It didn't. Come on. You're being really contrary, Doublefinger. Recharge could mean over time. It could mean from many things. It doesn't mean she has to steal. It didn't explicitly say it.
It will recharge slowly over time, though, too.
Yeah, that makes sense that they'd still have like a time recharge. But like it goes faster if you steal. That's really cool. I wonder if the stealing goes through shields.
It said, what did it say about going through shields?
Her ultimate does.
Okay.
It makes me, but I wonder if the it probably doesn't go through shields by default or the normal mode though.
Mm-hmm.
The orbs I bet do. Yeah, I bet you the orbs does, but I don't think that her beam would. Normal steel doesn't. Yeah, see like this, like Twitch's advertising on it makes me think, guys, were you able to find like, I don't know how to browse Twitch. I never go to this website. Are there co-streams of this? Are there people watching the World Cup? You can't find any others, so yeah, it doesn't sound like it's...
Okay.
I'll leave the sound off because I'm only here for this moment just to see how their spectatorship works. This is like I'm not rebroadcasting, I'm just looking at...
We're just taking a peek.
Peeking a check at this to see what it's like when they broadcast.
21 seconds, 20 seconds.
So what's the searching? It's just so weird that they don't link to this properly. And you have to enable Flash.
Yeah, this looks so sketchy.
Right? This looked kind of normal, like it's just through somebody's view. But I can say that I like the fact that there's just two colors, like white and blue, as opposed to watching red and blue, because anytime I'd watch an Overwatch stream, they would lock one team as blue and one team as red, regardless of, like, we just saw one team as red and one team as blue. And so you're always thinking of the red team as the enemy and not think of any particular who they are. Whereas by making it colors, you can really focus on Who's Who.
Yeah.
Sweden versus UK. I think it looks really good. I could see tuning in if, like, to maybe some of the Canada matches.
I wonder when they play.
We'd have to blur the screen though if Twitch is like being like closed down about it. All right, we'll watch the. We'll play this Overwatch comic. I'll make this a segment. We'll be right back, and we'll play Zarya's comic. Hey buddies, we're just reading. Wow, this has been we've been streaming for a while. Let's watch Zarya's Searching comic, which has been out for a while, but we didn't watch because we were waiting for the Madefire version. I was wrong. It was not as simple as I thought. With respect, German, Volskaya, this doesn't make sense. You need a spy.
Actually, Sergeant Zarzvona, may I call you Alexandra?
Zarya Nova? Oh yeah, that is her name. Zarya Nova. What's Alexandra?
Her first name?
Her first name? What I need is a friend. Of course, German Volskaya. You do her voice.
Who's? Oh. How do I do it?
Just do it. Just normal person voice.
Good. In that case, you must call me Katya.
I am humbled, Katya.
You know that we were attacked. This person must be brought to justice. And I trust only you to do it. Are you up to the task?
I am.
I knew you would be. Fortunately, as you search for your target, we have something nobody has had before.
So this comes right off the heels of that Sombra animation where, like, Zarya walks in and says,
Right.
It has been weeks. No reports, no hacker on Earth can penetrate our firewalls. And to your question about the hacker, would you care for a sample? Not from a robot. I don't know anything. And I am no closer to capturing Sombra. They got mad that she said that. So in Japan, they're accepted. London, England. Well, interrogate a few suspects and see what turns up. No, they're British. Well, I can't do it. I don't suppose your employer would care to send some of those New Mexico way. Produce results and I'll ask her for you. My leads have run dry. Fuck this shit.
Giving up so easily? I expected more from Russia's defender. But if you need help, I know of a hacker highly recommended.
Whoa, those hips. Bunny makes my skin crawl. People associating freely with Omnics. I can't wait to get out of here. Yeah, cute. They're just hanging out. How could it get any worse? Greetings, Alexander Zaranova. I'm Link17. I understand you require my services. You're a robot. She didn't tell me you were a robot. You're very observant. She didn't tell me you were observant. Did you know it was an Omnic?
Sometimes you must work with those who you don't like to fight a common enemy. Do it for me and for our country.
You're aware how rude that was, right? What? I see. Manners are not your song's strong suit. Lucky for you, the Sombra Collective is something of a passion of mine. They appeared recently, but they have been quite active, hacking governments, corporations, and organizations worldwide. Their motives are not clear, though. It's more than just about money. How do you do this? I don't think I could explain it so that it would mean anything to you. I
He's a
have
robot.
killed many Omnics. Why are you offended? You're not one of us. There's no way you could understand. I would rather die than understand a robot. I meant you're not a hacker, but your prejudice is duly logged. There's the door. There's something you do not know about the Sombra Collective. What could you possibly know about them that I don't? It is not a collective. Sombra is a woman. She threatened Kat. Oh, they're in love. Chairman Volskaya.
She asked her to call her Katya.
She threatened Russia. I am searching the world for her. Wait a minute. I don't think Russians do V on W's. Especially since vodka in Russian is like vodka. Yeah, so they probably don't make things into V's. I'm like mixing up the accents here. Fine. She took down the head of Mexican utility company Lumerico. Her calling card is a sugar skull. And Las Muertas has a large presence in Dorado. Yeah, I think they do the opposite. Is that all? There's more, but I think you get the picture. When do we leave? You're not coming with me. Dorado, Mexico. The Americo CEO exonerate.
I would like nothing more than to help Miss Volskaya eliminate this Sombra, especially after she framed me. So it pains me that I cannot give you any assistance. My people are looking for a solution to the problem.
Oh, he's a Mexican.
Bueno suerte, you'll need it.
I can't do accents today. I can do one. Lumerico's resources would have made our search easier. So now what? Maybe you didn't find the exact location, but you got me to the area. What are you going to do? Knock on every door till she answers? We knock on doors, we show the picture. 100 doors a day, hoping someone has seen her. Days have passed, maybe a week, but 100 a day, like lifting weights. The Omnic teases me. This brute force cannot work, yet I believe in the human touch. But no one has seen Sombra, or nobody admits it. They see her like our Steppen Raisin, attacking the rich to defy the Tsar. Is that a historical thing that I don't know about? Buenos dias!
Buenos dias, can I help you?
Dos benos, please. These are wonderful. Have you seen this woman?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe. Hey! It's Alejandra. Remember from the short? Alejandra, I am Alexandra. Same name. So, have you seen this woman?
Has she done something wrong?
She has.
If I helped you...
You would be my hero. You think that little girl has the information that no hacker in this world has gotten? The same hackers who think Sombra is several people? Touché. So how many? How many what? How many Omnics have you killed? Hundreds. So much for the element of surprise. Robots like surprise. It's how they destroyed my village. I grew up on the front. I've been at war with Omnics my whole life. I'm sorry for your loss. It is not for you to apologize. You were not there. Hold on, I have these down in a sec. And the other security protocol's not going to die today. You can't be afraid. That is an emotion. I can feel. I'm certainly angry you killed so many Omnics, and I feel sorry for what you went through. That's not real, it's just programming. And humans aren't programmed? I bet you weren't born hating my kind. Trouble in paradise? You! Ha, yes, me. Whoa, itchy trigger finger there. And you're Alexander Zaryanova. I can't flip this stupid accent. Tacos! And Katya Volska, you friggin' do it.
Very ill-advised puppet. You mind not wrecking my stuff? I don't even try.
Screw it. Sure, as soon as I find you. I'm kind of elusive. Oh.
I'm kind of elusive, you know. Like winning the summer games. And your Omnic pal, quite the odd couple. So, Katya sent you to track me down. I thought she and I were friends, not very friendly.
You tried to kill her. You want to destroy Russia. I will destroy you. Beep, beep, beep. Zarya, it's activating.
What is this?
Graviton surge. Wait.
Let me go, or the world will know Katya's dirty little secrets. And yours.
Isn't, like, Sombra the only one who can get out of the Graviton? Or is she not able to? I don't play Sombra often. What secret? I know that Reaper can.
That her new technology comes from the robots you hate.
What?
Oh, this is rich. She never told you. Trust me. You think your side is in the right? Wrong.
Whatever the case, you will never threaten anyone again.
You say that?
Oliver Colomar.
How did you know?
What?
Here's the thing. Katya lied to you. Twice. I want her in power. There's something bigger going on, and it will affect everyone, everything. And I thought she was the one who was going to help me get it to the bottom of it.
Why should I believe you?
Listen, Mia Mia. Between Katya and me, one of us hasn't lied to you.
Clicking it. Come on. There we go.
Oh, and this warehouse will explode in about a minute. You might want to get your robot friend out.
It is not my... What did you do?
I hacked it. In Nubani. No one tracks me and gets away with it. I was wondering what happened to
it. I can't tell whether I failed or succeeded. Did I skip a panel?
I think Alejandra just told you the name to say.
Wait a minute. I think a panel got skipped there. It didn't skip? That was a really weird cut then. That's odd. This one's not one of the better comics. It's so, like, heavy, or like in just a lot of dialogue. And that's a weird cut.
Yeah, it was weird. I guess, like...
To be honest, I didn't think you'd get as far as you did. Well done. covering it up. Why not take the gun from her hands? Confess. Maybe that's just the guy. Oh, Alexandra, it's not so simple. Who's saying this? Someday they will understand that I was doing what I had to do, but not today, not yet. What's going on? I'm so confused.
Sombra is talking, I think. Blue is Volskaya.
Can you finish function? Circuits are pretty scrambled, but I'll live, so to speak.
For the good of our people, this must remain our secret. Yes, Alexandra.
It is simple. Friends should not lie to each other. Who's the yellow?
So yellow is Zarya.
Zarya? It
Blue
is
is
simple. Friends should not lie to each other. So to you, I am Sergeant Zaryanova. But for good of Russia, yes, our secret. Just before we saw Sombra, is my memory correct? You were angry at me. Yes, it doesn't matter now. Why did you rescue me? I don't know. Days ago, I might have killed you myself. Now, where are you going? Back to Russia. Back to the front. After that, I do not know. That's a weird one. It, just opened up questions instead of answering anything. It felt like...
Yeah.
Oddly paced, I feel. But apparently she hates Omnix a little less because she went on a holiday with them. Yeah. Basically. Had some churros together. That comic was difficult because it involved a lot of characters whose accents I can't even begin to do. Never practiced.
They seem to be building up some sort of mystery.
So I saw somebody in there just a little bit ago mention some stats. Where'd you guys get these stats on the new character? Where did you get that number?
Canada versus Australia game starts at 1:45 Pacific. There's a new Halloween comic that's not animated.
Meh. I don't wanna.
Someone is streaming Moira. That's where they're getting the numbers from.
Moon Man on Twitch?
Moon. Moon. Not man.
Moon.
And he's talking to a dev about it.
Moon _ Overwatch?
Complete and forever ignorance. So am I like the host right now? Is that what's going on? Because I started like
yes, the first person that joins will actually be the guy that's in
200 health.
A little bit of time up front.
I noticed that I can't type in
So I'm just going to analyze based on image here, or visual. I'm not going to listen to their banter, but
her hands are spooky, like this one.
You know what really bothers me is that people, when I read about stuff online, like characters and their moves, people are like, oh, this is on the new map too. They're like, this character's E has this much cooldown or something.
Okay.
They use the term of the key that you press.
Oh,
seriously? Instead of saying their primary or their secondary or their ultimate, they say, oh, their E is very effective, their Q is good, or whatever, their shift is good. It's like, why not use the proper terms? Because everybody can rebind. Yeah. Whoever said that everybody keeps those at those letters. And then it doesn't work across console. Not that they're concerned with whether console players can understand them, but still, you can rebind on any platform. It's silly. Yeah. Nobody on PlayStation would say, "Oh, his triangle's very good."
Yeah, no.
Like you'd say ultimate.
People still say L2 on console, even though lots of people rebind.
Oh, that's a dumb thing to do. Yeah. I would never do that to you guys. I will always say their primary, their secondary, or at least I'll just say the ability.
Huh.
And it sounds gross to say it. It's use the flavor of the game. Don't take me out of the game by saying the E or the Q.
Oh, did you see it bounce?
Yeah, so it's still going. Still going.
And look at
that
the
purple one's still going. I think it goes forever until it runs out. Like there's other people's orbs going around, but that one, the first one that was shot, just kept going.
Huh.
So I think that my guess is right. It keeps going until...
And then there's a cooldown, and you can shoot another one, which will replace that one that's bouncing around randomly.
Even when the cooldown's gone, I bet you it keeps bouncing until it either bounces off the map or is used up by either healing or damaging players, depending on which one you shot.
Okay, so that was her...
her little dash forward is very short.
And it looks like it's a 5-second cooldown.
Why is the other team playing without her?
That's weird.
His team is like 100% her, and the other team has chosen to be different characters. It's like they were forced to. So 10-second cooldown on the orb. I'm not sure how he got to choose. How did he get to choose which one got shot out? Like yellow or purple?
Yeah, because it just has like a little cross between it, right?
So there's the little, like, how much healing she has left to send out. So it's a faster healing beam. It heals faster than Mercy, but you have to aim it better, and it runs out, unlike Mercy's, which is unlimited. What's Mercy's per second healing? I think it's like Mercy's is something like 60.
But
left click is heal and right click is damage.
Controllers.
R2 or it doesn't, I guess it does. But you activate it and then left. Oh, so you press the button that activates the orb.
Okay.
But it doesn't shoot the orb yet. Then the next thing you click, either left or right hand, will decide the color.
Okay.
So it's like you prime it
there.
and then you shoot it. Okay, now I understand. So you prime it, then shoot. And it's an instant prime. You press that button and it instantly gets the orb ready.
Right.
And it has a 10-second cooldown, correct? It seemed to me that cooldown was less than 10 seconds this time. Like, he just sent out that orb and had it back almost right away. So I think the cooldown... Here, watch. Oh, 10 seconds. 9, 8... Okay, maybe it just felt quicker. Oh,
there, he has his ult.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll use it soon. That looks like it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does.
That seems really powerful.
Okay, this is...
Doesn't go through the shield.
Someone else is using the ult.
I also want to know... So Mercy's is 60 HPS, and this character does 80, which is the same as... And so is the damage per second from this character, from Moira, what is it, and how does it compare to the most comparable ability, Symmetra's? I can't remember what Symmetra's is. It's hard to gauge Symmetra's because it starts low and then ramps up the longer you've attached.
Right.
This map does look fun. It did not look like a playable map when we first saw it. It looked like it had too many like weird elements to it, but
yeah,
it still looks crazy. I doubt this is going to be... I think this is going to be a fun map that... I don't think it's going to... My guess is this isn't going to enter regular rotation, this map. It's too silly.
Yeah, you think?
I think it'll just be a fun map for fun, like, events or something.
It reminds me of Lunar Colony, though. A bit, in, like, its quirkiness.
Symmetra's is 120. Yeah, quirkiness, but, like, Lunar Colony's a weird map, but it at least fits into the world.
Yeah.
This is weird.
That's
it doesn't
true.
fit in Overwatch. Like,
So when you die, does your orb keep going? It looked like it did.
Thanks for the info, Alice. 75 per bullet. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't listening to you, Becky. How much damage does Symmetra do, and how much damage does this do? The purple stream. Yeah, I know they upped Anna's recently with the most recent update. I don't want this to be a regular map. It's too silly. I think it'll be fun to play on just for fun. I think it should be maybe something you can play in custom games, but I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Do you speed up whenever you're using your ability to go forward? Like, it looks like it's a quick fast.
It's a jump. It's not just an invisibility. It's like a hop.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay. Similar to Reaper.
Anybody have stats on this damage? The damage per second from her purple beam? It's hard because he's not doing a lot of damage to characters here. It's hard to, like, in addition to the fact that it's hard to, like, get a number from what you see. These orbs look crazy. And it can be multiple, potentially unlimited streams from the orb. But the orb has a finite amount of damage it'll do before it disappears. Right. So it's not like it's like a Winston, like he gets way more DPS per number of people that are out.
So strange that the other team isn't using her.
That was an ultimate up against the Bastion. It didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Her ultimate stream wasn't doing anything to Bastion.
Right side of the reticle is the
Yeah, I
shield
already
pull?
pointed that out.
Oh, okay. She isn't immobile during ult.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to lose any speed during her ult. Why did he switch off?
I don't know.
Anyways, we'll learn more as when she comes out. I guess the clock starts ticking now till we get to play her, which could probably be 3 weeks from now in the actual game.
Right.
Maybe at best 2 weeks for quick play. But 2 weeks if we're lucky.
And the map as well.
PTR soon. They won't put it on the PTR till BlizzCon's over. They'll make sure that everybody that paid to go to BlizzCon has the ability. The map, they said that the map will be in the PTR, but it's not going to be released until 2018, which is kind of crazy to me. Yeah. That's crazy though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why would the map not come out till 2018? Doesn't seem
I forgot about that until you just said it. Well,
it doesn't seem like it. I don't feel like it's something that needs to sit in PTR that long. Oasis took that long? Huh.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe like January.
All right. Well, that's our stream for today. Thanks for watching, guys. That was your BlizzCon opening ceremonies. New character. We got really spoiled today.
Yeah, man.
In terms of, I wasn't expecting a new character, new map, and a new cinematic all in the same conference. I feel like out of all their games, Overwatch really took the show there. Though the Hearthstone thing was really cool. That was a really good idea.
Yeah.
It was cute.
That's true.
But yeah, we are back. Not sure about any more shows today, just so you know. Not sure if we have it in us, but that was your coverage.
That was
Time to go get this stuff uploaded so everybody else can watch it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time on Video Games Awesome Line.